Good morning, everyone. I am live. Good morning, Loganathan. Good morning, Anushri. I hope you all can see me now. Good morning, Subramaniam. Good morning, Jishnu.
Join over 200,000 highly.
All right. I believe all of you can see me now. Yes, I believe everyone can see me now. So, friends, good morning, everyone. I'm Tarun Jagdish. I'm coming live today to cover the study material problems of the chapter mergers and acquisitions and business valuations. Friends, the main purpose of doing this on the YouTube live is for two purposes. One, the study material has incorporated many more new questions in your study material. So they are very important from the forthcoming examination. May 2021 may not happen right now, it may happen later, but whenever it happens, these questions are very, very important. That is point number one. Point number two, these are also for those students of mine who have already, attended my either live classes, who have attended my, taken my pen drive or Google Drive. And these are a few updations because these came new. I couldn't update it maybe 1 year back. So I'm doing it right away now so that this can be available for all of you. So friends, keeping that in mind, let's start with today's session. Let's not waste any further time. Happy morning, Praveen. I'm also taking, I'll directly go to the institute's website and download the latest material. We are talking about mergers and acquisitions as of now. Okay, I'll come down. So how I always do, I'll give you every question, I'll give you 2 minutes time to read and understand the question. After that, we will solve it together. I will not go very, very fast. I will go at a moderate speed. If you want me to increase the speed, please let me know. Why I go at moderate speed is because while I'm solving along with my class, if you learn it and finish it off, you don't have to spend any extra time. If I go too fast, maybe in the class you might not understand. Again, you will have to sit and redo the whole thing. So I'll go at a moderate speed. Let me know if you want me to increase the speed or decrease the speed. Alright. So this is question number 1. I'm not covering the concepts as of now, friends. If you want some clarity on the concept, you can do one thing. You can always visit, 1 minute. You can always visit my website, tarunjagdish.com. Just a minute, friends. Yeah. So you can always come to my website if you want to get the concept clarity. You can just click on free videos. Strategic financial management. Here if you see, I have given all the conceptual videos free of cost. So if you come down, bond valuation, dividend policy, risk analysis, portfolio management, mutual funds, international finance, futures, options, interest rate. Oh, I think mergers concept is not available here. Alright friends, I'll do one thing. I'll arrange mergers concepts over here also. Normally all the chapters concepts were available. I don't know how I missed out on mergers. Anyways, I will definitely do that. And friends, there's a new feature in my website also, instant chat. If you want anything, anything you want to know, just come on the chat box and just send a hi and ask whatever doubts you have to ask pertaining to the website. The helpline will definitely sort out your doubts very, very soon. So many of the students had to earlier go check the mobile, check the contact us number and then send a message, but now that is not required. You can do a chat here itself. Alright, let's not waste any further time. Let us take question number 1. I'll give you 1 minute time. Please read through the question, understand the question, after which we will do it together. Okay. I'll just bring my tablet, friends. Give me a minute. I believe you are done reading this question. Shall we solve it together now? Fine, I'll start solving it here now. Okay. So I will start off with working note 1 basic data, as I always do in all my classes. Here we will copy down the information in a way that is helpful to us. Okay. So let me go through it. B is a highly successful company. He wants to expand by acquiring the other firms. Expected high growth rate in earnings is reflected by PE ratio of 17. They have been to take over company with a lower PE ratio. So they are planning to take over a company called as C. So I'll draw a table, particulars. B Limited, C Limited. Point number A, I will write down the PE ratio. PE ratio for B Limited is how much? It is 17. And for C Limited, it turns out to be 10. Point number B, the number of shares what they have told is for C Limited it is 1 lakh shares and B Limited is 5 lakh shares. Point number C, they have also given the market price 15 rupees. B Limited has a shares in issue with a price of 12 and C is having a share price of 15. So market price per share 12 rupees and 15 rupees. Calculate the earnings per share of B Limited if it acquires the whole of C Limited by issuing shares at a market price of 12, assuming the price of B Limited remains constant. Friends, can you write down till here in your books now? One minute. From this you can find out one more thing. Can I find out the earnings per share also before merger? Correct? That's a hidden information. How do I do that? 12 divided by 17. So it will be 0.705 for the first one and it will be 1.5 for the second one. I can also find out total earnings before merger. So that will be 5 lakh into 0.705 and 1 lakh into 1.5, that's 1,50,000. 5,02,500. Can you write down till here in your books now? Are you all done? Hi Anushri, derivative 3 problems are not done, is it? One problem I do remember, I thought of doing it once we get the flow of mergers. Suddenly after a break, if I start that, it wouldn't have been okay. Which are the other 2 problems, Anushri? Can you please WhatsApp me if you have my WhatsApp number? I'll share my WhatsApp number here. Just WhatsApp me so I'll get to know, what is the 3 questions that I need to work out. Fine, I believe everybody is written down till here in their books. Okay, so we got one information. Now, they are saying in this question, okay, so in this question they are clearly mentioning that assume the price of B Limited remains constant and they are acquiring the whole of C Limited by issuing shares at a market price of 12. Okay, so I'll write down the next working note. Okay. Effect of B Limited, what is the word they have used? Acquiring the whole shares of C Limited at its market price of 12. Friends, this answer can be done in 2 methods. Okay, I'll give you each of the method. Method 1, it's a simpler method, but when you compare with the logic, suddenly you might get confused. So I'll give you both the methods so you can know that any way you do, you will get the same answer. Alright, method 1, what I'll do is I will take the total market value of C. Okay, now tell me over here 1 lakh into 15. Do we get the answer as 15 lakhs? Okay. Now the whole shares are purchased at what market price? 12. Market price at which shares are bought. Are they bought at 12 rupees per share? Correct. So once I do this, can I find out the number of shares issued by B Limited? You get the answer as 1,25,000 shares. Alright, can you please write down till here in your books? I'll get some water for myself. Just a minute. I believe you are done with this, friends. Yes, 1,25,000. Everybody has got this answer. Perfect. That is method number 1. Can I go to the next part? Please chat and let me know if the space is comfortable for all of you. Okay. I'll go to method number 2 now. See, they are saying acquire all the shares at 12 rupees would mean the exchange ratio is based on market price per share. That is the logic of that. See, because if you are buying the entire market value of C with 12 rupees, which is coincidentally the market price of B, it is nothing but the exchange ratio. So here friends, the exchange ratio based on MPS would be, see if you look at the question, market price of B is 12, market price of C is 15, am I right? So if you look at this way, C is actually appearing to be more powerful than B, correct? So the exchange ratio over here will be 15:12, which means the logic goes like this. Okay. For every 12 shares of C, B Limited will issue how many shares? B Limited will issue 15 shares. Okay. Therefore, shares to be issued, the formula would be, as of now 1 lakh shares are outstanding in C Limited, correct, into 15 divided by 12. So if you do 1 lakh into 15 divided by 12, you get exactly the same answer of 1,25,000. So both the methods, you get exactly the same answer. Please write down till here in your books.
With Byju's app, children remember that.
Are you done with this, friends? Once you are done, please chat and let me know that you are done so that I can go to the next part. I believe you are done. I'm going to the next part. Also, let me know about the pace. Should I increase the pace or decrease the pace? Alright. I'm going to the next part. Let's read the question now. What is the next part of the question now? Assume the calculate the change in the earnings per share if it acquires the whole of C Limited by issuing shares at 12 rupees. So they want to know the EPS after merger. So I'll write down the next working note heading. Earnings per share after merger. If you talk about EPS after merger, the formula for this would be total earnings after merger divided by number of shares after merger. So when you talk about total earnings after merger, we have got it over here, 5,02,500 divided by number of shares after merger will be 5 lakh shares in the other company, 5 lakh plus 1,25,000 is the number of shares issued over here, correct? So that will be 5 lakh to 500 divided by 6 lakh 25,000. I'll get the answer as 0.804 rupees per share. Can you write down till here in your books? Good morning, Santosh Kumar. Yes, Sriram, your answer is perfectly right. Are you all done with this? Can I go to the next part now? Okay. Good morning, Kishore. Fine. So once we have reached here, now they are asking us to find the impact on the EPS. What was the earnings per share before merger? 0.705. Now it has become 0.805. So I'll just give a graph for you to understand. EPS before merger was 0.705. EPS after merger is turning out to be 0.804. So if you see over here, it is going up by 0.099. Can you draw this chart in your books now? Alright friends, I believe you are done with this. So we are done with this question also. Can I go to the next question now? Okay, I'll go to question number 2. I'll give you a minute's time. Please read through the question, understand the question. Alright, let's do it together friends. It's a question on true cost of merger. Let's first put up the basic data. Okay. Working note number 1, basic data. Alright, so we have two companies over here, Elrond and Doom. Elrond and Doom. So you have a market price per share over here, that is 50 rupees, and for Doom it turns out to be 25 rupees. Okay. Number of shares outstanding. Number of shares is how much? It will be 20 lakhs, and over here will be 10 lakhs. Correct. So what is the total market value that we find out over here? 1000 lakhs, and the second one is 250 lakhs. So the gross total will turn out to be 1250 lakhs. Okay, can you write down till here in your books? Alright, I believe you are done with this. Down they are saying now that the merger is expected to generate gains which is having a present value of 200 lakhs. So this is a synergy benefit that we will be getting. Exchange ratio is agreed at 0.5. So can I find out the number of shares after merger? number of shares after merger. For this, I'll write down point number A, exchange ratio, that is 0.5 is to 1. That is the exchange ratio, correct? And if that is the exchange ratio, number of shares which will be after merger would be, that would be, already we are having 20 lakh shares over here, plus we are having 10 lakh shares over here, multiplied by what? 0.5. So what is the total I get over here? Do I get the answer as 25 lakhs? Please write down this. Yes, Sriram, your answer is perfectly right. Great job. Others also try interacting and telling me the answer in the chat box. Alright, I believe everybody is clear with this part. I'll go to the next one now. So once we get this and we have got the synergy, we got the total market value also. Friends, they are asking you to find out the true cost of merger from the point of view of Eldron. I'll explain to you the meaning of the word true cost of merger first. This terminology is a little tricky. We can find out what is the total gain from market value point of view. This total gain we can find out for two companies. One we can find out for Eldron company. Other one we can find out for Doom company. So this is the gain as per the market value of Eldron. This is the gain as per the market value of which company? Doom. Okay. Doom is what I call it as the target company. Target company. Eldron is what we call it as the acquiring company. Okay. So the term true cost of merger is normally used over here. Whatever is the gain of the target company is what we call it as the true cost of merger. Can you draw this in your books now? Alright, I believe you have put up till here in your books. So, how do I find out that? I will first find out, I'll put the next working note heading, MPS after merger. So, when I call it as MPS after merger, that will be, point number A will be total market value after merger. So, how do I find out the total market value after merger? 1000 lakh is the market value of Eldron plus 250 lakh is the market value of Doom plus there is a synergy benefit that is told in the question. How much is the synergy benefit told? 200. So if I add up all these three, do I get the answer as 1450? I can also find out what is the number of shares after merger. What is the number of shares after merger that we are having? Is it 25 lakhs? Correct. So what is 1450 divided by 25 lakhs? Do you get the answer as 58 rupees per share? Can you write down this in your books now? Exactly. So that becomes a real cost for Elrond, Sriram. What you said is right. It means Elrond has paid excess to acquire a control. We can't call it as excess. It is over and above the face value. Maybe you can call it that way. Basically, whatever benefit Doom is getting, that much benefit is paid by whom? Elrond. So that becomes the true cost of merger for Elrond. All right, I believe everybody is clear with this. So we've got 58 rupees per share. Okay. So now I'll write down the next working note. Okay. Gain or loss due to market value. So we are having two companies. One is Particulars, Elrond, and the second one is Doom. Okay. Market value after merger. So how many shares is Elrond holding? Elrond is having how many shares? 20 lakh shares, and the MPS is 58. So here the formula would be 20 lakh into 58. Doom after merger is holding 5 lakh shares into 58. Market value before merger is something which is already available in the question, that is 1000 lakhs and 250 lakhs, correct? I'll give a heading in lakhs. From this we can find out the gain. Okay, so 20 lakh into 58 will be 1160. Okay, 5 lakh into 58 will be 290. Alright, so here I'll get the answer as 160. Here I'll get the answer as 40. So this is what will be the true cost of merger. Can you please write down this in your books? Study material has solved in some shortcut method, but unless you understand the logic, exam hall you might go wrong. This way you are very clear with the logic. Yes, Sriram, they have just taken the consolidated percentage and they have done it. True. Alright, are you all done with this part? Can I go to the next one now? Everybody clear with this question also? Let us go to question number 3 now. Let's solve question number 3. Everyone just read through this question. I'll give you a minute's time. Alright friends, let's do it together now. Okay. So in this question, there are two companies, MK Limited and the other company is what? NN Limited, is it? Earnings after tax is given, number of shares is given, market value per share is also given over here. Friends, from this we can find out the EPS and we can also find out the PE ratio. So let's do that first. I'll write down working note number 1. Analysis of hidden information. Analysis of hidden information. Alright. So I'll draw particulars. MK Limited, NN Limited. Okay, so point number A would be earnings after tax. How much is that? 60 lakhs and 18 lakhs? Point number B would be what? Number of shares. So that turns out to be 12 lakhs and 3 lakhs. Alright. From this we can find out the EPS. Not after merger, it is the EPS before merger. That will be 5 rupees per share, 6 rupees per share. You can also find out the market price per share. What is the market price per share? 200 and 160. From this we can find out the PE ratio also. The PE ratio will be 200 divided by 5, 40 times, 26.66 times. Okay. I can also find out market value before merger. That would be 200 rupees of market price into 12 lakh shares. 2400 lakhs. That will be the answer. And second one would be 160 into 3. That is 480 lakhs. Can you write down till here in your books now? Sriram, that's amazing speed. Keep it up. 40 and 26.66. Good morning, the knowledge world. Once you are done writing, please type and let me know that you are done. Please type done once you are done with this. I just want to know the pace, what I am taking is comfortable. And I hope the audio is also clear, right? Alright, I believe you are done, friends. I'm going to the next part. Okay. Fine. Everybody got the market value before merger also. Okay. I'm going to the next part now. So they're asking you to find out the earnings per share of MK Limited after merger. Exchange of equity share of acquisition is based on current market price and there is no synergy available. Alright. So I'll write down the next working note heading. Number of shares after merger if exchange ratio is based on MPS. In that we'll write down point number A, exchange ratio. So what is the exchange ratio that you are getting over here? MPS is how much? 200 and 160. So it will be 160 is to 200. It means for every 200 share, Vibula Abhinav, yes, the video will be available even after the live session. For every 200 shares of, what is the company's name? Of NN Limited, $160 shares of MK Limited will be issued. Okay, so that is the exchange ratio that we have got over here. So next point would be number of shares after merger would be, as of now, how many shares are there? 12 lakh. So it will be 12 lakh shares plus 3 lakh shares into 160 divided by 200. So that would be 2 lakh 40 and 12 lakhs. So that's 14 lakh 40,000. 40,000 shares. Can you write down till here in your books? Yes friends, the video will be available even after the class is over. So please share this with maximum friends of yours. Let it reach everyone, because most of the classes do not solve on YouTube all these practical questions. So this is something which will help many. So please do share with maximum students who are writing exam in the coming May or November, whatever. Alright, Jishnu, you've got the answer as 5.417. Sriram, you have also got it. Great. Let me just do it now. So we'll just find out the post-merger EPS. I'll write down the next working note heading. Post-merger EPS. That will be total earnings after merger. That will be 60 lakh plus 18 lakhs. Whole divided by 14 lakh 40,000. Correct? 17 lakh divided by 14 lakh 40, that is 5.416 rupees per share. Excellent. Let others also finish this, friends. Alright friends, I believe you have all put up till here. So we have got 5.416. So they are asking EPS after merger, and they are asking the exchange ratio so that the shareholders of NN Limited will not be at a loss. Okay, friends, now that is a tricky question. I'll write down the next working note. Exchange ratio at which shareholders of NN Limited will not be at a loss. Alright, so this question, friends, the answer goes like this. First I'll give you the answer. Okay, the exchange ratio should be as per EPS. So now tell me in this question how much is the EPS that we have got? 5 and 6. So the ratio should be 6:5. 6:5 means what? For every 5 shares of, what is the company's name? Of MK? No, NN. 6 shares of MK will be given. Can you write down this? I will show you with proof. Okay. Yes, Sriram, your answer is right. It's 6:5. Alright friends, everybody has put up till here in your books. Can I go to the next part now? Okay, I'll show you the proof now. What we will do is I'll write down the next heading called as proof. In that I'll write down step number 1, okay, that will be EPS after merger. That is nothing but total earnings. That is, what is the total earnings in the question, friends? 60 and 18, that's 78 lakhs. 60 lakhs plus 18 lakhs whole divided by, now the ratio is 6:5, correct? So it will be 12 lakhs plus 3 lakh into 6 divided by 5. That is 78 lakhs divided by 15.6 shares. I'll get the answer as 5 rupees per share. Friends, are you familiar with this number? This is nothing but the acquiring company's EPS. Can you write down till here in your books now? I believe you are all done with this. So once you are done with this part and once you get the answer as 5 rupee per share, step number 2, I'll find out gain or loss based on earnings. I'll draw the table now, particulars. Okay, I'll write particulars. In that we have MK and NN. So point number A will be total earnings after merger, and point number B will be what? It will be total earnings before merger. So you get either gain or you get a loss. So now earnings after merger will be 5 rupees, 12 lakh shares. MK, it is going to be 12 lakh shares into 5 rupees. NN, we are going to issue how many shares? 3 lakh into 6 by 5, correct? That is 3.6 lakhs. 3.6 lakh shares into 5 rupees is after merger. For MK before merger also 12 lakh shares, 5 rupees, no change at all. But for NN, before merger it was 3 lakh shares and the price per share EPS was 6 rupees. So you get 60, 60, gain or loss becomes 0. 3.6 into 5 is 18, 3 into 6 is also 18, gain or loss will be 0. So do you see, if the exchange ratio is based on EPS, both the companies do not make any loss as far as the earnings is concerned. Market value, both will make profits due to synergy. Can you write down this in your books? Yes, Sriram, what you have written is perfectly right. Good job. Are you done with this, friends? Alright friends, I believe you all are done with this. So shall we pack up today's session, friends? Like this, I'll be doing 1 hour every day, friends. I won't be overloading you. 1 hour daily. I'll do it consistently and we will complete off the entire mergers chapters in that manner. Maybe it will take 1 week's time. But every day 1 hour we'll do and we'll quickly go forward. Do let me know if I need to increase the pace or reduce the pace. And I hope these 3 questions were comfortable and everyone understood this. Please do share it with maximum students so everyone can benefit out of this. And before I wind up my class, I will be sharing one lesson on a daily basis, a small lesson, a quick one. I will not take much time, but I am right now reading this wonderful book, Think and Grow Rich. Okay, so when I read some book and I get some inspiring thoughts from that book, I would like to share those thoughts with you. Friends, this book is about making money, but what I understand is when I completed reading the book, whether you want to make money or whether you want to score good marks in your exam or whether you want to do anything in your life, if you want to be successful, all the principles are very clearly given in this book. So in this book, they have followed a specific 5 to 6 steps which we all should follow, and I will be sharing those steps with you one by one so that you actually understand and you find the real impact of what they are trying to say. The first step which this book says for you to become successful, either to make money or to become a chartered accountant or whatever dreams you are having in your life, rule number 1, he says the most important rule is visualize. Now this is not only a powerful lesson I have learned from this book, this is almost a powerful lesson in all the books that I have gone through. So this gives you an importance of what visualization can actually do to you. Visualization is a very simple technique in which you first create a strong vision in your mind as to where you want to stand, or that vision you have to make it a reality inside yourself. Only then you will start working towards it, and only then will you be able to achieve that reality. For example, you all want to be a chartered accountant. Now I am talking from that perspective because all of you are CA students. So let's say you want to write the exam and become a CA. So first step and the most important step for you is to have a very clear vision of you wearing a full suit, taking a photo of yourself as a qualified CA and maybe putting it on social media or whatever. Whatever vision it is, that vision has to get imprinted in your mind. Only then will you start working towards it. Only then you will not give up. Only then you will keep fighting until you succeed. So friends, there are many success stories on visualization. One very inspiring story what I have learned is about Arnold Schwarzenegger. One other one is about Michael Phelps. And there are many more. All these people have visualized their way to success. Maybe I'll share these stories one by one on the coming days. Right now, my only request to all of you is please visualize. See yourself working very hard for the exam. See yourself not getting demoralized by small things. See yourself working so hard that when the exam is tough for others, it becomes easy for you. Visualize yourself as a qualified chartered accountant. Visualize yourself working in one of the high-tech companies and making lakhs of money. Visualize that you're living your life, your style. Keep seeing this vision in your mind daily. Every day morning you see it, every day night you see it. By seeing that again and again and again and again, it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, you cannot live without that vision. You keep seeing that again, you work towards a vision, and finally you will succeed and that vision will become a reality. And this is something which is scientifically proven. So please visualize your way to success. Tomorrow maybe I'll talk about Arnold, and then I'll talk about Michael Phelps on another day. Small 5 minutes I will share some lessons with you. This might help you to realize that you can do much better than what you're doing right now. Thank you so much friends. All the very best. See you tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Have a nice time ahead. Thanks a lot.